So, we're ready to go in 3, 2, 1, Tetris!
So, yeah, I know that the best of 3 format has a lot more variance in it. In that, if you have a bad, just like one game with an early top, it makes it so much harder to win. And just having just one game of like just not playing well can end your tournament run. So it does add a little bit of, like in my opinion, scariness for the players. It's, oh, Gerald not getting the bar, but gets it just in time. And now it's going to have to clean up. Meanwhile, Opaux just has gone perfect.
Yeah, this is a great start for Opaux. Gerald survived, though, and that's all you can hope for in the early game.
Yeah, and Gerald could get a perfect transfer. Needs a bar. Boom, Tetris with Gerald is back to the right side, but has a 40,000 point deficit.
Yeah, great job by Gerald making the best of that situation with that nice T-skim and then the perfect transfer to only burn one line. But he has a nasty line dependency.
And both players up high. Opaux clearing out, looking to have a good board now, and boom, Tetris for Opaux. Meanwhile, Gerald is still digging, cannot use either of those bars, and finally gets out of the situation. Will a bar come? It's still taking its time. Wow, and Gerald is just not getting the bar. Finally gets the Tetris. Meanwhile, Opaux didn't have to do much burning. And that's an 80,000 point lead for Opaux.
Yeah, so Opaux now in front early on. So Scuti, since you have the perspective of playing in games like this, you can score at a very high level, as can these players on screen. How much does the early 18 pacing make a difference for you and how you psychologically approach the match?
Level 18 and 19, it changes how you approach level 29 especially. If you're behind by over 100,000, it makes you feel like you just need to go ham on 29, and sometimes that feeling itself can kill like players because they go overly aggressive, and these players, they need to make sure that they don't push themselves too much on 29, and these earlier speeds, they also matter a ton because, you know, you can build up massive leads and you can change the other opponent's mental. You can also just carry the lead throughout the whole game and win. So the early levels still do matter a lot.
That's great insight. And yeah, Gerald looks like he's closed the gap a little bit, down about 2.5 Tetrises, it looks like. 277K to 332K. Again, this is fascinating. We've never seen Gerald play in person before. We know he's a top player online, but we haven't seen him stack up in these regional matches. There's different things you have to learn how to accommodate for in person. Gerald has played on the same couch, he told me, his entire Tetris career. And the in-person environment, you're playing on a chair, not a couch. So he has 2 chairs next to each other to simulate what a couch is like. He's got that leg resting horizontally out to the side like he would on a couch.
Yeah, and Gerald, it looks like, you know, some uncharacteristic misdrops. Like, the nerves, they're there. They could be affecting him. And, you know, we'll see how he stacks up, especially with all the distractions and Expo has with other tournaments and just the crowd and all that. And we'll see how he fares.
Yeah, it's just so loud in person, and that's part of the challenge of maintaining your focus. Scuti, I think we're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of your first live tournament. What did you notice that was different about playing in person versus online?
One thing that I noticed is all the distractions and especially the nerves. In my first tournament, it's just so nerve-wracking, and, you know, the crowd and all of that, it just stacks up.
And you're immediately thrown into the fire having to face
Yeah.
Alex T.
Yeah, it was either the reigning world champion or Alex T. This is not NTC. Will we use NTC for the later rounds?
We're going to keep it just this display
Okay.
just to reduce the amount of technical issues that could happen. And meanwhile, Gerald has completely turned things around.
Oh,
Opaux
wow.
was stuck in a dig for a while, and Gerald has the lead.
And Gerald was at one point 80,000 points behind, but has a 120,000 point swing of points. And so Gerald has a 40,000 point lead now.
Opaux, though, had a uncomfortable line piece dependency in the
Ooh.
center, was able to fill it, but now just has to burn at the top for a little bit.
And Gerald taking that as an opportunity to just score more. But still has a 40,000 point lead. And getting a little high up. The bar comes just in time.
627,000 for Gerald, 558 for Opaux. It's still within striking distance.
Yeah, and Gerald has a bit of a Lions lead, so the lead isn't as big as it seems. Right there, they're at the same line count. It's a 40,000 point lead still. They're just taking the same burns. Oh, but Opaux covers up the well right as both bars come, so now Gerald's taking advantage of that. Oh!
Opaux misses the 5-tap. This could be tough to get out of.
He's still within distance of the bottom, and with rolling, this isn't. Oh, doesn't flip the bar.
Oh,
and,
no.
Oh, misdrops, and Opaux tops out.
Gerald takes game 1. Oh. All right, so the players are resetting. So I'm not a roller. Scuti, what do you make of that situation? Did Opaux maybe have his hand misaligned or just slipped?
I feel like in that situation, there's an array of different things that could have happened. It could have been one finger was too closely spaced together. You accidentally hit the rotate button or missed it somehow, and there's just so many things that can go wrong with rolling that a lot of top players, they make it look pretty easy, but it's not. There's so many things that can go wrong, whether it's thumb pressure, it's how close your fingers are. It could have been an array of things, but
I think we're ready for game number 2.
yeah.
In 3, 2,
2,
1,
1,
Tetris! Yeah, so all that stuff you're bringing up, I think just really accentuates that a lot of people see the rolling play style, they hear about it in a news article or something, or they just see it once and are like, oh, that's the cheat code. That's how players just play really, really good nowadays. But it sounds like there's so many different things you have to get exactly right for this to work as well as it does.
It takes time to learn, and it takes time to learn. It takes time to perfect it.
Yeah, so we're actually seeing 2 different rolling styles here displayed on screen. We have Opaux using the glove. That's the most common style. And then Gerald is perhaps one of the rarest styles, using a bare hand with no lotion. Just straight
I forgot that
bare
Gerald
hand.
did that,
Yeah.
but he doesn't have to buy gloves or lotion, so saves money.
It does save money. Yeah, Scuti was showing me his glove earlier. It's only like 2 months old and already has holes in it. So what's the difference between using a glove and just barehanding it like Gerald?
Mainly the friction that it has, and it often, when you just use your plain hand, it feels like it almost sticks to the back of the controller, because I don't know, it does that. It can throw you off, and it can make rolling more difficult. But with Opaux, he has a glove. He doesn't have to worry about that, and can just focus on getting all his taps.
Yeah. And we had a comment from the chat asking if lotion is less rare than no lotion. I think lotion probably is rarer. The only person I've seen do it is Fractal, except for Katsugiri this weekend, the second ever lotion roller I've seen. So we'll get to see lotion rolling in an upcoming bracket.
Yeah, and Katsugiri is going up against Tristop, so
that'll be a fascinating matchup.
Opaux is behind, and that's probably not what he wants because Gerald, as we've seen in previous games, can just, take off on 18 and just be extremely efficient. So that's not what Opaux wants, being behind Gerald by 100,000 points.
Yeah, although Gerald, oh my gosh, that misdrop just turned into a perfect stack, just like that.
Oh, but I guess a wrongly timed S piece, I believe.
Gerald trying to make this a good stack again. Oh, and just as he gets the Tetris, has to make more holes.
Oh, and Opaux, though, not having a good stack. You have to build around that square. And not only burns one line, and he's all of a sudden, he's all the way up at the top.
Ooh, that was a really fascinating spin. I don't know if that was the optimal move, but it was interesting gamble for sure.
Oh, and this is just allowing Gerald to take an even bigger lead, which is not what Opaux wants. And that square misdrop is not what Opaux wants.
Oh, no! And that's going to be it for Opaux. Gerald takes game 2 just like that. Oh my goodness. So the number 1 seed has advanced to the semifinals. And Opaux still made it to the second round, had a really tough draw. We're glad he came out today.
We got thumbs up. Let's count them down. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Same openers for both of these players.
Screen looking already. Both players looking at each other's side-eyeing.
Cole gets first blood. Armstrong soon after.
Tie score, no cheeky press down points. But Cole coming off that incredible run a few weeks ago, making the top 16 at CTWC, losing to his good buddy, Blue Scuti. Then they proceed to hit each other with Yoshi dolls afterwards.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I mean, when you're 14, 13, 15, what are you not living life if you're not hitting your friends with stuffed animals?
I concur.
So both players in a little bit of a pickle.
Oh, Cole with a really messy stack right now. Is bringing it down, though. Currently at 73,000. Armstrong, 98. If Cole ever gets a long bar, it will only be good for a double. Gets it. Cole's going to be an ascended dig for a while. And that's going to put Armstrong in a really good position to get some type of lead. Well, we saw this this exact scenario with Gerald and who was Gerald versing? Opaux, I believe.
Yep.
And you know, Gerald was behind 100 plus K and was able to come back. So
yep. Cole finally solved that issue, but he's behind by 100,000 points now. So a lot of work to do here.
Armstrong needs to be opportunistic to right now to keep to take advantage of Cole's dig.
I think he's done it so far.
Oh,
Ooh.
Double flip of that Z for Cole. It's going to the next long bar will only be good for a triple for Cole.
He's not going to burn it down. So he's going to take the triple and then work one off the bottom.
Yeah, Cole just decided to just take the L and just burn from the bottom and restart the stack pretty much.
Yeah, when you're behind by this much, you just you find your opportunity to take a risk, and that's the opportunity Cole's going to take here.
Armstrong currently at 313, Cole 200.
So how often do you play Tetris at home with pro wrestling about 50 feet from you?
Yeah,
Not often?
not too often, no.
No?
No, I prefer MMA, to be honest.
Sure. Well, a little less chaotic. But this lead is still growing here for Armstrong. I haven't seen like a single flaw in this game so far. Nice adjustment from Cole, seeing the T-piece come up, creates the dependency, fills it in. 385, 298. It's about a 100,000 point lead still. So for like the past 2-3 minutes, the lead has stayed unchanged. Cole continuing to work one off the bottom. Both these players can go well into 29, so it behooves them to be as efficient as possible leading up to that point. Nice spin.
This is the first time commentating on a match that you would typically see from a CTM, Masters bracket. I'm excited to see what these players can do at level 29, and just like what you said before, these players can go well beyond level 29 and can make a statement right now.
Lead has shrunk slightly. Cole is now behind by 70,000 with transition coming up. There's a Tetris for Cole. Now he's in cleanup mode.
Yeah, Cole forced to make another hole.
He's going to get a double here. Now is he going to work two off the bottom at level 19? This is like a wacky secret grade for Cole Bucket right now. He gets the Tetris here, two off the bottom. He's going to transition here, short of 500,000. 476 transition for Cole Bucket. Looking to fill in that dependency, gets it down. Gets back to the bottom with this line. Now he's back to normal scoring position. Armstrong slowing down slightly. Now he's still ahead by about 70,000.
Cole is catching up though, only behind by 80K.
Great burn from Cole to open this up. Getting a little spiry, knocks out a Tetris.
Cole is long bar dependent. Gets a long bar.
Fills it in. Now he's Tetris ready.
No
Simul
Tetris for Cole.
Tetris, 642, 560. We are heading to level 29. Just as we expected in this 4-5 matchup, both players achieving that 1.2 million to get in that high seed. Cole holding out for that line, getting droughted severely. 30-plus piece drought here for Cole Bucket, getting high up there, starting to lose control of the board, finally gets a Tetris. Armstrong now deal with that same issue, but he's buried halfway up the board. He might not survive this. He's going to top out a 564. Cole Bucket's got to chase down a 655, and that's going to do it. Cole takes the game. Let's count him down. Game number 2 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Same start. Oh, Cole misses the stuck. Maybe he just likes playing one off the bottom. He did so well in that last game. He basically, the last half of level 18, played one off the bottom.
Pretty much. And if I was in Cole position, I wouldn't have been able to catch up. But
that's tenacity,
Cole,
that's grit.
It's tenacity, it's grit, it's perseverance.
That's Cole Bucket.
It's crazy because, Cole came from Cole started from, or came a long way.
Yes.
He was he was competing in the TMP server, Tetris Non-Pros, and
Nice vid setup.
and he, he's starting to beginner division. He lost every single match that first go around, and
That's a lot of losing, and it's a lot. I mean, I don't think I can handle that at my age, let alone his age. So you're willing to take those bumps and keep working at it. That's really respectful.
I mean, I hope to one day be the next Cole.
What?
I mean, that's where I started out right now.
Yeah.
Or currently, how can I put this? I started competing, 4 months ago, and from then to now, what a difference, my play has been, or how much I improved over those 4 months, and again, it's that perseverance. You can't give up, despite all the losing that I went through. You have to keep pushing.
Yep.
And that's what Cole had to go through, and it's paying off. I mean, he's a top player, top 16 player in CTWC, and
Look at the score. We're virtually tied. 240, 920, 241, 300. Nice close game. This is what we were expecting. But that perseverance is just huge in this game. Like, he just... I like Cole playing one off the bottom. That's kind of a signature move here. One Tetris difference here. 338, 336, neck and neck here as we approach 100 lines. 2 clean games. Cole being super aggressive up there and taking not burning, finally getting rewarded with the line. He's got the slight lead, but now a little messy board. Armstrong has 2 Minos covering as well. About a half Tetris difference now. Cole still playing one off the bottom. Knocks it down, 457, 419. Armstrong knocks it down. So half Tetris difference. Cole finally uncovers that Mino. And a perfect well transfer with minimal burning. Thank you for the Sharky. Courtesy of K9 watching Tetris. Thank you very much, K9. Sharky works for the company and gets the gift sub too. Nice privilege there. Cole gets it over. Little drama. It goes away instantly. He's like, I got this. These are going to be pretty good transition scores here.
Cole on to level 19. Or transition into level 19 at 579.
Yeah, it's really good score. CTWC, the main bracket, they were looking about a quarter of the matches were transitioning at 600 plus. So Cole was one away from that. Armstrong looking to fill in some issues here, columns 5 and 6. But Cole maintaining that aggression in the 19. He wants to put this game away. Knocks it down. Armstrong playing it low. Spiring up a bit. Cole is taking it as aggressively as possible in this game too.
Another touch for Cole, 720. Armstrong, 568. Single hole for at the bottom of the board for Cole, but uncovers it as soon as I say that. Is J dependent. He's going to plug it with a Z.
This lead is growing over to 100,000 points just like that, man. Coverdale's, this is intense. Cole Bucket's looking to put this away. But we saw it happen last time. Armstrong was way ahead in game number 1.
Missed shot for Cole. I don't know if that was that square placement in columns 7, 8. I don't know if that was intentional.
You never know with these guys. Nice spin for Cole Bucket. Knocks out another Tetris. We are heading toward 1,000,000 points. We have level 39 double kill screen enabled on this. Long way to go, but this is a pretty intense match.
Touch for Cole, 890.
Lead is shrinking a bit. Armstrong getting back into this, 816, 899. Level 26, line dependency, column 2 for Cole Bucket, fills it in.
Cole back to clean.
Cole Bucket. Now we're close again, 880, 900. We are racing to 29. Tetris will open for Cole. He's fallen behind, 948, 909. Cole needing the line, gets it, 946, 948. Who is going to take this game to?
Oh, misses 5
Oh,
tap.
this is
Cole.
firing here for Cole. He needs a line now. He can't burn. He needs a line. Gets it over just in time. Level 29 imminent. Level 29 Cole at 1,000,002. Ring the bell for both players. Cole is a little out of control. And that's going to do it 1,025,000, 1,022,000, 3,000 for Cole, and that does it. Armstrong ties it up. We are ready to go. Let's count them down. Philadelphia in 3, 2, 1. Tetris.
Clean start for both players. Single line burn for Armstrong. And gets a Tetris. Armstrong currently at 23,000. Cole Bucket, 45 with that Tetris. Not too much to say at the moment. Clean starts. And that's typically what you see with these players. They rarely make mistakes in the beginning, and I lost my train of thought.
Look at that tie score.
Nice adjustment from Cole.
So much screen looking too. Kind of hard to hear us over the wrestling, so they're just going to depend on the judge and their own eyeballs. Early on though, Cole Bucket with a 1 Tetris lead, knocks down another. Both players looking nice and clean. This is what we want for our decider. Sets up the T-spin, nails it. Coal bucket, nicely done. And that's what both these players are trying to do at level 18. Maximize every single point possible. Force your opponent to. Crowd egging on Coal bucket. $279-262. Knocks it down. Tetris for Cole. Tetris for Armstrong. So far, so close.
Both players are halfway to level 19 transition. Coal bucket currently at 349, Armstrong 312.
I mean, they're halfway there, and they're at 350 and 313 respectively. This is gonna, if they can keep it up, the big if, they could, 650 plus transitions possible. Cole going to cover up as well, solve it in 2 lines, 3 lines. 384, 328, the lead is growing, simul Tetris. 2 Tetris lead. This is going to be a pretty monster score heading into transition here. Both players are just not making any mistakes whatsoever. It's those handful of miniature burns for both players that have been the only difference.
Unless, of course, we commentator curse these players.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's real.
I've done it many times, and I've been a victim of it as well.
Uh-huh. You learn that quickly. Two and a half Tetris lead for Coal bucket heading into transition.
Ooh, nice adjustment.
Interesting.
Coal bucket
knocks on a Tetris.
Yeah, Coal bucket purposely made the long bar dependency.
Again, doesn't go for it. Wow, especially transition.
We're seeing a lot of tucks from oh my gosh.
583 transition Armstrong. 619 Coal bucket. Nice strong scores for our decider.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of tucks from Coal bucket. That's typically, you typically don't see that a lot. But
this is so good.
But in Cole's mind, it must be optimal in some way. I'm not that good to make that determination, but you must see something in those tucks.
698, 642. Cole being super aggressive up top. This is a decider. Who's going to blink first? Knocks out a Tetris Coal bucket. Knocks out another one. 756, 645. This is now a 100,000 point lead for Coal bucket. Armstrong is safe though. Knocks out a Tetris at 677. So the safety versus the aggression here. That's the narrative of this 80,000 point deficit for Armstrong. Cole going dirty here. Ducks on a dirty Tetris 5 high. Nice adjustment with the square coming. Cole Bucket. Will one of these mistakes make Cole Bucket suffer? So far, they've all been gold. All of these risks he's taking. Vince set up for Cole Bucket. 90,000 point lead. Now that was a safe play for Cole with a triple. Knocks another Tetris. 873, 771. Armstrong hangs that L. He might be in trouble. He needs a line. Armstrong needs a line. Gets it over just in time, but he has to sell out. Can he get another? Another Tetris. Cleanup time for Armstrong. He's still alive. Cole's got to take advantage here. 940 for Cole. Level 26. Armstrong feeling it right now. Trying to fill in every gap. 30 lines till 29. Cole Bucket not getting it over all the way. That might be the opening Armstrong needs. Armstrong in trouble. Armstrong in trouble. He's going to top out at Cole Bucket. Heading to the top 4. The no-look handshake and the mullet here for Cole Bucket. GG's all around. Fantastic, aggressive play from Cole was the difference in that match. Armstrong was starting to feel it. He took a risk and his board fell apart. Nice job. It's nerve-wracking. I mean, you were live and everything, so glad you got some reps in.
Yeah,
Did you play?
I'm sorry?
Did you play?
I did qualify, yes.
Oh yeah, you playing soon? Next week?
No.
Oh, you just qualified, you didn't get in?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, thanks for coming out, man.
Yeah, no problem. It is very nerve-wracking. Like, it's totally different from
Being at home.
being at home and, and all that stuff. But,
People are generally nice. I say embarrassing crap all the time, and I'm still here, so it's all good.
yeah, When is CTWC coming to Philly again?